In order to start this video off, how do we really know what a friend is? Or let's talk about what a friendship is. So no, I'm not talking about those friends with benefits type of ordeal because let's be honest, those are not friends. Those are people you're hooking up with. I look like I just woke up, and that is very much true. I did just wake up. But good morning, everyone. Today, this will be kind of like more of an unscripted get ready with me, but more so just kind of sit down and talk with me in the morning. For today's topic, we'll be talking about friendships and ways to kind of really navigate what friends are. I also have work today, like I have training and kind of want to talk to you guys and get some things off my chest. And I feel like this is like a really good therapeutic moment for both of us. You get to see tidbits of my personality when it's not scripted, and then you also get to see how chaotic I could actually be. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna first put on our contacts and we're gonna slowly start changing up the outfits or anything, and I start looking more put together. So I just put on my contacts right now and we have my skincare. When it comes to friendships, you actually there's been videos I see, and there was this one TikTok I've sent to my friend about this one TikToker not feeling the love that they feel in their friendship, and they discuss like, I wish, my friends felt the same way that I feel with them, or like that, like, or why do I need to wait to find someone when I can already find that in friendships? If you had asked me like in high school or at the beginning of my freshman year in college or in middle school, I probably would have said the same thing. Like, I wish I had a significant other to feel love, to feel the love, to feel the support. But now that I'm at my end of the year in college, I don't feel like that anymore. And I feel supported. I feel supported. I feel loved. I feel celebrated. I feel comfortable in who I am as a person. Now, when you ask me, like, what is a friendship should always be platonic. It should always feel celebrated. Um, let's actually look up the actual definition what a friendship is. So if you follow me, we're gonna go grab my phone really quick. A relationship between friends, a state of mutual trust and support between allied nations. So that's what a friendship is. It's basically feeling the support from one another. For me, my personal definition is that when it comes to my friendships, I don't have to feel like I'm competing with them. I don't have to feel like I'm at war with them. I don't feel like I always have to bump heads with them. Whether it's something that's a personal issue or a very big issue that conflicts with me, I don't have to feel like I'm at war with them. But granted, without conflict, you can't really grow from that. So I know some people it depends on the person from time to time. For me, I do understand that sometimes conflict is needed in order to grow as a person. Something that brings you comfort, something that makes you feel at home, and what comfortability is could depend on anyone else. For some people, they like feeling texting back to back or on the call back to back or something, and it depends on certain people. Obviously, not friends with benefits, because when you ask those fall in the line with sneaky links, situationships, delusionships, all that stuff that's kind of mentally draining. Like, you could put all of that energy into something else, but you choose to invest your energy to someone you're hooking up with. Like, and I mean, kudos to you. And personally, it's not my thing. Like, you go for what you want to do, just not my thing. I don't like rushing when it comes to getting ready, because if I do, I won't really feel put together. I'll feel really rushed, and like I have not enough time. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying actually. Give me a minute. Give me a minute, y'all. High versus low maintenance friends. There are types of friends that kind of depend on the person. Some people might see this one person as very high maintenance, like, oh my god, I have to call them every day, I have to talk to them every day. But to another person, it's low maintenance, because some people actually do love talking on the phone or texting every day, and they're like, oh my god, I love talking to you, I miss you all day, la la da da da. A high maintenance friendship is something that you have to put a lot of effort into, and it drains you. It drains your energy out very fast. That's what a high maintenance friendship is. Or a low maintenance friendship is something that you don't have to put in too much effort. You kind of already know that mutual trust is there, everything's already there, set in stone. You don't have to do a lot of effort to keep talking. So high maintenance friends, think of them as kind of like Barbie girlies, like the Barbie dolls. Like, there's someone who's always put together. They're always, on top of their stuff. They're always kind of like hustling, grinding. At the same time, when you talk to them, it feels kind of draining, because like you either feel like you're always hustling, you're always going out, you're either going out to parties or some things like that. It makes you feel like you're drained and you're not there mentally. I mean, not mentally, but you kind of realize like, oh my god, this is a lot to do. Like, I spend too much with them, I do a lot of things with them, but they push you outside of your comfort zone to realize like, yeah, sometimes you just gotta live life, you just gotta push outside of your comfort zone. For low maintenance friendships, they're kind of like, it's like SpongeBob and Patrick. Obviously, they don't really need to hang out that much. They're the kind of friends that you realize like, oh my god, They don't need to see each other every day. They got personal lives, but when they meet up, they're chilling. Like they're vibing. They don't have to put too much effort into their friendships because one, it's already built on a similar interest and they don't have to put in that much effort to maintain this friendship. For some people, it's like, well, I need to feel the security. I need to put like a lot of like bam, bam, bam. You know, if they're good, if I'm like not being too much on them, I need to think like, oh my God, like, are they okay? Am I annoying them? Like, I need to understand like, oh my God, did they eat today? Did they drink water? Like, are they good? I have to call them. Or like, oh my God, why didn't they tell me about this job that they just recently got hired? Like, why didn't they want to celebrate with me? You don't need to do that. And that's what a low maintenance friend is. It's like, when you know, you'll know. The reason why you need both like the high maintenance and low maintenance friends is because one, high maintenance friends pushes you to go outside of your comfort zone, outside of your boundary. While low maintenance allows you to, regenerate, rest. For other people, it depends. Like, for my values, it might be different to another person's experience because we all have different experiences. We all know that each of our friendships are different, and not everyone is going to agree on the same single thing. It takes time to understand like the difference between a high versus low maintenance friend, and it takes a lot of understanding who you are as a person. And granted, you don't need to like cut every single person out in one day. Like, trust me, you don't need to do that. Don't do that. Like, that's toxic. Talk about your feelings. We're adults. We communicate. Learn to use your words because at the end of the day, that's another person. They have their own feelings just like you, their own needs and their own wants. Sometimes for high maintenance friendships, some needs and wants are more, like I said, higher versus like the other people with low maintenance and they're more lower on the lower side. I know this is gonna be like a hot topic for some people. Some people love to have their friends with benefits. For me, I feel secured in my friendships, so I don't really need any of that. Friends with benefits are not friends. I will put it out there. You guys are in some weird way not dating, but also not friends. Like, it sounds so weird. But I've seen a lot of like those TikTok Reddit stories where they talk about their friends with benefits, and it's like you wrap yourself up into so much shenanigans into this that you're kind of mentally draining and mulling yourself over the fact that you're not even dating this person. You're investing your energy into someone that is gonna end up leaving you for a significant other. I understand if you want to get like your little thing on and get your little shenanigans on. You can invest that energy into a relationship, like into a significant other. You can do all of that stuff and get a significant other. You're hooking up with this person. You're doing all of these things that you wanted to do in a relationship, but you're not in a relationship. You're in a quote unquote friends with benefits situation. In anything, this is basically a hookup or you're in a situationship. Personally, I don't like these. I think they're annoying. Like, stick to one damn fucking thing. Like, if you like this person, be upfront with them. If you want to hook up with them, say you're hooking up with them. Don't say you're going to be in a situationship because at the end of the day, you're draining yourself away. You're literally pouring your investments or your energy, your money, all these things that you could honestly put into a relationship or into yourself, into someone who's gonna leave you. Like, that's crazy. Like, girl, pick yourself up. Be better, girl. Like, this is 2024. Like, I thought we left situationships, delusionships, hookups, friends with benefits in 2019 during COVID. Like, hello? You need to dig down. Like, what do you need? Do you really need to be right now hooking up with other people when you're deep down a broken glass? Like, girl, be real. Like, if you know you're not mentally there for a relationship, why are you hooking up with people? And it's like these things are so confusing. Like, you end up getting confused. And I know people put in that place about the rules and everything, like, okay, one thing we're gonna do is not fall in love. But then people, one way or another, people do end up falling in love. Either that or they cut that person out. So how is that a friend when you don't communicate these feelings? Like, I don't, maybe I don't understand. So if you guys know or are able to kind of like enlighten me or tell me what friends with benefits or hookups or whatever these things mean to you, please let me know because I would like to personally know. Speaking of which, it's 8:25. I gotta go dress into something comfy. We're also gonna do my hair really quick, so BRB. I can't believe I forgot to turn on my mic. That's crazy. Anyways, one of my favorite blushes right now is literally the e.l.f. Beauty blush in the shade Pinky Promise. So good. This may sound like a sponsorship. It's not a sponsorship, by the way. It is not. I just bought this with my own money. Anyways, so for the next and final point is literally being a high value person / classy person when it comes to friendships. So, and then this will also be kind of talking about how to maintain these friendships, how to maintain both the main or a low and a high maintenance. When it comes to being a high value person or a classy person, there's a lot of different. I forgot who exactly put it as. I think it was Tam Carr who puts it. She talks about being a high value person or like what an elegant and classy person is. I think it was her, but I'm not too sure. The definition of what a elegant or a classy person is that they make people comfortable. And actually, let me just look it up. The definition of being stylish and sophisticated, while there's another one that talked about pleasingly graceful and stylish in appearance or manner. The definition of a classy person or elegant person really does depend on that. Some people think like, oh, you have to dress in all neutral tones, or like, wearing a hoodie or like sweatpants is not that. How I think of it, and if one of the YouTubers put it as that a classy person is someone who makes you feel comfortable, someone who knows to dress for the certain situation that makes everyone feel, you know, like not too uptight. Because the thing that set Princess Diana apart from a lot of people is her radiance. Princess Diana kind of radiated that classy demeanor where she didn't have to like. A lot of her basis was based on humanitarian work. In order to be a classy and high value person is that you kind of show up for yourself and for the people around you. They know that they are self-aware of who they are as a person. They're comfortable in their own skin. They know who they are as a person. They know their values and all of that. And that's what a high value and classy person is. And it should never feel like a competition with other people. Being classy and elegant doesn't mean you have to compete with another person. At the end of the day, you know if you are classy or X, Y, and Z. End up leaving the table. Will people talk about you in a good way or a bad way? No one wants to hear about they're a bum. Like, you know what? I'm so glad I cut them off. Like, my God, I'm gonna scream, or I'm gonna write a letter. I'm gonna write a very angry letter to them. Best example of a person I can connect this to is Gia, Singles Inferno. She does a great job of being very classy, being put to herself, being reserved. They got it like that. At the end of the day, they know they got it like that. They don't have to prove anyone that they're classy or anything because their presence alone already shows up for it. You don't have to fight. You don't have to compete with people. Being classy and elegant means you don't have to compete with your friends. You don't have to compete with them. You don't have to be like, well, I'm better than them. Or it's like, they did this, so they should like X, Y, and Z. Like, who will you be at the end of the day? Like, when you come back to the table, what did you bring? Did you bring peace? Did you bring kindness? Did you bring something that, is fulfilling? Did you bring things that make you feel proud of? That's what it is. Like, you want to be something that your friends can be proud of, or you want to be something that you can be proud of. When it comes to friendships, they don't have to fight a lot, or I don't have to fight to compete with them because I already feel comfortable in their presence. And that's what I really am comfortable with. Like, I'm comfortable with peace. Some people either fight those lessons or they end up accepting it and just being like, well, I can't do anything. Those are the fixed versus growth mindsets. Like, for a fixed mindset, someone who's like, oh, like, I'm gonna accept this. Like, this is the end of a be all. Like, or they're like, well, I'm gonna fight it. Like, if I have the chance to fight for what I'm gonna need to, then I'm gonna fight it. If this is a lesson in disguise, if it's a blessing in disguise, learn to accept it as an opportunity to grow. And that's what being a friend is. You teach people around you to become who they are. You allow them to grow. It's also 8:42, so I kind of need to hustle and I need to get going. But only just a little bit because this is a lot. That is the look for today. Thank you for sitting down with me and talking with me. I really do appreciate like these conversations because I think sometimes if we have someone to talk to or even listen to a podcast, it feels very fulfilling and enlightening. So thank you so much. Let me know some things that you also learned throughout this video or some inputs you also have as well. I always love this, having like kind of a canvas discussion or like, conversation. Granted, I know it's hard when it's YouTube, but thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a great day with Sugar and Spice Honey. Bye.